How did you get involved in acting?
I always used to do silly little voices and accents and all that in my nana's house anyways, you know what I mean? Obviously, just because I wanted to be my nana's favourite. I think I joined the Everyman when I was about 14. We used to do productions over the summer. So it was that kind of taking something from the very beginning and creating something together as a group, do you know what I mean? So that's where I really enjoyed. I loved acting and I found that enthusiasm for it and I loved it. And then after that, I got all the little bits in, like The Bill.
Yeah.
People remember The Bill.
Yeah.
But The Bill was great because it was like, it was kind of on-the-job training. Yeah, you can learn a lot from drama school, don't get me wrong. It's, it has massive benefits. But in the same respect, you can learn much more when you're on the job working.
You used different accents at the beginning of your career.
Yeah.
With Gangs of New York, Snatch and a few others. And do you think that's helped you to play a bigger range of parts? Or?
I'm very proud of where I come from. I'm very proud of my upbringing and I'm very proud of what I hopefully represent for somebody from my generation and from my era and from where I'm from, do you know what I mean? But then there was that kind of thing of, because unfortunately in this industry, not wanting to be typecast, do you know what I mean? So even by changing my accent or learning to do different accents, that could then hopefully, possibly open doors for me and give me different opportunities.
Next year's 20 years since Snatch was released.
Wow.
What's it like reflecting on your career since Snatch now?
It kind of gave me that opportunity to show, well, to just be in a successful film. Do you know what I mean? To be a part of a successful film for the very first time was a major honour for me. It did change my life. Do you know what I mean? It did dramatically and drastically change my life, and for the good, thankfully. Kind of give me a much broader opportunities. I was able to go for many different things because of it.
Did you know Shane before you did This Is England?
Yeah, I knew of his work, of course, yeah.
He works in a certain way, doesn't he? What was that like for you?
I loved it.
Yeah.
And it's basically going away, having a look what's on the page, as you do with every other character, but you're creating a character from scratch. Spent about a week doing that, you know what I mean? So you know inside out and back to front, and it becomes instinctual how you kind of get into that character.
And a few others characters you played, they would seem to had sort of like a darker side and psychologically complex, and you, not being that at all, tap into it really truthfully. Is that something, how do you do that, and can you switch it off? Do you find it easy to switch it off and let it go?
For one, with that character, I'm mixed race. My granddad was from Jamaica, and my nana was Swedish on my dad's side of the family. So for me to be using that language and talking those things, I'm not looking for any kind of thing. But as a kid, I was called that horrible word, you know what I mean? Which I'm not even going to say. As a kid, I was called that, and I was called like little monkey boy, and you know what I mean. And I didn't want to tell Shane that I was mixed race at the beginning because I thought if I tell him, he's not going to give me the part. And because I really wanted this role, do you know what I mean? I wanted this part. I went for it proper, and I give it to Shimmy. I give it to Shimmy proper with, some of the language I used was kind of painful and raw, but it was authentic because I'd been on the other end of it. Me and my father, actually, me and my dad had been on the other end of it, and that particular job was where I grew up as an actor, do you know what I mean? I really kind of understood the process completely. You
worked with Martin Scorsese again.
Yeah.
How was that, and can you tell us a little bit about The Irishman?
Yeah, that was that was an experience. Appreciating that kind of quality of film with my dad, really learning about films and stuff. Then to actually work with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro was just, it was mind-blowing. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Do you know what I mean? It was a hell of an opportunity, and it was something that I'll never forget. For me personally, that was like me playing in a Champions League final. This to me is not a job. I adore what I do and I love it, and I'm very, very lucky to have found something that's kind of saved me in a weird way. No pun intended there. It's not being egotistical in any way, shape or form. It's having that confidence in what you do and knowing the world of what you do and loving it so much that being allowed to create and always maintain that essence of yourself and being yourself. Do you know what I mean? And it was just, yeah, it was a magical little experience.